Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at what has really become, my favorite brand. These guys in Auto World, that's it. So we got Mini GT, and Mini GT is fantastic. I've come up with so many good cars this year, just tons of them. I've got just a few to show you today. I've got a bunch more on the way, so that'll be another video, but I love opening up and featuring Mini GT. Just a big fan of it, as you guys probably know if you watch my channel frequently. So I've got 7 models here we're going to take a look at. We'll start with this one here. This is the Bugatti EB 110 GT in dark red metallic, which we have already seen this casting, I think, just once before, right? Is this the only the second one that has come out? Or am I missing something? Maybe they've come out with one more other than this. I think it was just that one in blue, right? And then now this one. Pretty sure. Anyway, I could be wrong, but probably not. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. Oh, it is a pretty color. It's dark red. It's like a very much a cherry red. Very, very nice. I actually quite like this. I didn't think I was going to like it in this color very much because that blue color is really where it's at when it comes to this. Did they come up with one other color? Man, my mind is slipping. All right, so beautiful dark black cherry look to it. That is quite good. I am definitely digging this. A lot more than I thought I would. This color, I just didn't really think, this car in this color. But the blue one, how could you top it? And this doesn't top it, in my opinion. Okay, but it is very, 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 very good looking. So I like it quite a bit. This is awesome. Great job on the casting. Nice engine detail in there. And of course, if you're not familiar with Mini GT, which you probably are if you're watching this channel, metal body, metal base, rubber tires, screwed together construction, plenty of details, inserted details for headlights, taillights, wherever possible. We got side mirrors that are made of a little rubberized material that is, gives a little flex. They're not as easy and they're not as fragile as a lot of premium models, and they look really good. So, of course, they're always licensed. They are always, so they're always licensed. They're always in like a factory color, and they're just really well done models. Like you can't argue with me on that one. You can try, but I disagree. All right, so Alfa Romeo F1 Team Kick C43 number 77. Viteria Bottas, I can't pronounce anything. 2023 Australian Grand Prix. And this is the Alfa Romeo F1 car. So that's the other really cool thing about Mini GT is they do a lot of race cars. And I am just loving race cars lately in Diecast. I think they're just wonderful to get a bunch of those race cars. So, and they also do stuff like a classic Porsche, which you got behind you. And of course, that's kind of a classic at this point now, too. So there is that. All right. Enough. Let's get into the model. Get it open here. Wow. Yeah, it looks really good. Really good. That color is beautiful on this car. So fantastic. I don't have another F1 car to pull out to kind of compare it to. I don't know how different they're going to be. But man, yeah, it's hard to say that doesn't look good. I mean, when it does, man, there's all the details. You get a driver in this one. It's cool. You don't always get drivers in them. Sometimes they make them without the driver in there. Sometimes they make them with the driver in there. Get that arrow kick. The wheels are cool. They're very cool looking. So these have a plastic base. These F1 cars do. And I think that's to allow them all of that without having to paint it. That's probably my guess. All those little ridges and stuff. And it doesn't bother me one bit that's plastic. They still have a decent amount of weight to them, being that the body's all metal. And they roll, like right flat on the ground, but they roll. And that's, sometimes that's a deal breaker for people. They want their cars to roll. They don't like really premium models if they don't roll. And these are 1/64 scale. And that's the other kind of cool thing is like just getting them and then like realizing the actual scale of an F1 car. Like how long it is. They're so long and narrow. Like just super long. They're actually big cars, kind of. You would think they'd be like little tiny guys, but man, they're long. Really, really neat. So I like this model. I like their F1 stuff. I don't buy every single thing, but I want them to do some more classic F1 cars. They've done 2, and I really wish they get back into doing more of those. I really want to see some more classic race cars from Mini GT. I think that would be amazing. All right, so we'll set that one over there for now, and then we'll get into some Porsche. Let's start with, these are both 911 cars. We're going to get into both of them. We'll start with the first release, which was this one in shade green metallic. I should have ripped off all this plastic before starting. One of these days I will learn. But some of you get a kick out of me struggling to open up packages. So we'll give you that joy here. Alright, let's check out how cool this is. And it is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think I'm going to like the Rough Roads one a little better, but it's nice. It's an interesting color. Excuse me. It's an interesting color. Lots of detail up there. Not the best like resolution of that paint job up there, but it's passable from out here. Metal body, of course, metal base on this one. Rubber tires. Rolls super smooth. Got some details in the back there that look pretty darn good. And some details up front that look pretty darn good as well. It's nice. It's cool. Modern Porsches, I'm not like super fan of like modern Porsches. What I always thought was interesting about this one too is the whole like the size difference between the front and the rear rim or wheel is like very apparent with this car. Is that how it is in the real Porsches? I don't think so. Maybe the real Dakar one or whatever, the 911 Dakar, but it just seems like it's large. Let's go ahead and check out the other one. That wheel circumference. This is weird because this says Mini GT China distributor. So I got this one from AliExpress, and I have another one actually coming from. I have another one coming from a buddy of mine, and that's coming with another like big batch of models. But I thought I'd open up this one in lieu of having the other one. I didn't realize that was on there. China distributor. Never seen that on the side of a Mini GT package before, but I don't normally get Mini GT from AliExpress. I just saw this model. It was cheap, and I picked it up. It seems to be legit Mini GT. I mean, it's got all the licensing stickers, all that stuff, and just says China distributor on the packaging, which a little bit weird. Never seen it, like I said before. Yeah, oh, weird. The box is all different. I wonder if I should have just kept this one in the box. I don't think I'm going to get many of these. CarLoverDiecast.com. So maybe, yeah, look at that. Excuse me. So maybe, like, let's just say Mio, M&J Toys, which is the USA distributor for Mini GT. This is like the Miho of China, maybe. because this is the Chinese distributor of Mini GT. Very kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little interested in licensing processes, all sorts of stuff around diecast that make this hobby a lot more complicated, actually, than you'd be led to believe. It's not just making little models of cars and trying to get them accurate and all that. There's all sorts of like legalities and details and things about where things are distributed and where they can be sold and all this sort of stuff. It's kind of weird, a bit, and it's interesting. Yeah, this one looks a lot cooler than that other one, I must say. Yeah, it looks cooler, right? It totally does. It's got that cool look to it. Hot Wheels kind of put out the same one, the Rough Roads one, and that's a cool model too, a mainline model. This is just awesome though. So I am really digging this one. And we got that interesting story with the packaging to boot. So we're going to end with the M&J Toys one. So maybe I can kind of explain that a little bit more for those that aren't familiar with what's going on there and why it's different. So these regular boxed ones are standard, I don't know, international issue, we'll call them. Rest of world, maybe, would be the appropriate. So just, these you can find in other countries. Let's just say Hong Kong, for example, not just China, mainland China. This would be maybe sold there, maybe sold in Japan. I don't know. I don't know where else. But my whole point, yeah, rest of world. We'll call this rest of world packaging. Okay, like Hot Wheels kind of has U.S. packaging and internationals. That's rest of world. Probably right from Mini GT. They're manufactured right there. Maybe distributed directly from Mini GT as well. And then we got this China distributor. And then we got this U.S. distributor behind you. But before we get into that Mio one, let's open up this guy, because I don't know what the deal is with this, to be honest. I don't know if this one's distributed by M&J Toys or not. Because it just says minigt.com, MiniGT official, and then the licensed manufacturer, TSM model, blah, 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 blah. But this is the Autobox Super GT models, and I don't know if these are they're in the M&J Toy style packaging, but there's nothing that says M&J Toys on it. So I wonder if everywhere these are available, for some reason these are coming in the clamshell package. It's just weird. I don't know. It's interesting and weird. This is a really cool model though. Check that guy out. So this is the Nissan Z GT500 number 23 Motul Autek Z Nismo 2023 Super GT Series. It's a race car. It's quite awesome. It looks super cool. Man, check it out. Look at the detail up front there. That Nissan logo. That's like an added like foil piece or laser etched piece. It's not a tampo. It's not a graphic. Probably made out of the same material as that. It's probably like a plastic, chromed. Not going to touch it because I don't know what touching it will do. We've got a metal base again. We've got metal body, plastic wing. That's an add. Got to be careful with that one. So there are some fragile pieces here. The rubberized mirrors. It rolls beautifully well. And it's just so insanely like the reason why these race car liveries are so impressive when it comes to Mini GT is they're not like a decal. They're like tampoed on here or whatever, pad printed. Not sure what the process is, but they're sharp and you don't see like the outline of like a decal. Okay. So like you'll see outlines of decals on a lot of premium style models. I think a lot of tarmac work sometimes will have that. Just trying to think of other companies off the top of my head. It's a little bit difficult to remember exactly which ones have it. Like Sparky, I think you can see the decal on the side. This is also weird too. So the back end of this car, like this right here, is plastic that comes up on this wheel well. It's a separate like piece that makes up this whole back That's kind of crazy because like the back body kit part is all plastic. Really cool. And I think this is a brand new casting. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I mean, it's gotta be. At least it's, well, whatever. It's the first one I've got. So there's that. Regardless. Very nice model. Very beautifully done. Very nicely detailed. And zero complaints about that one. We're just going to set it right up there for now. All right. So these last two, not super exciting. They're Porsche 901s, 911. 1963. We've got one in Sigma Red and another one in Quick Blow, which is Quick Blow. Blue. It's blue. We're just going to open up both of them. And these are in Mio or M&J Toys packaging, which M&J Toys is the official Mini GT distributor in the US. So technically, they are the only people that could technically sell Mini GT cars to the US, in the US. We'll just say in the US. So to the point where if someone from Mio Toys is watching, they probably don't like it when someone like me shows stuff like that wasn't brought out in M&J Toys packaging. Well, for me, I don't care what packaging it's in because I just want the model as soon as I can get it, right? That's basically where I'm at. And sometimes I come across the other ones before I come across the ones in the M&J Toys packaging. Sometimes the stuff that comes up in packaging like this never comes out in M&J Toys. So, and I don't know how to predict it or what. So, furthermore, I don't need my car to be in a blister to be shown like that because I open everything, right? So there's no reason for me to do that. Beautiful looking Porsche though. See, this one you do see like that glue around there. Or is that a raised part of the casting? I can't quite tell. That's a little interesting. Not quite that high resolution. Ooh, and this one too. So this is like a decal-ish kind of thing. Unless it's supposed to be... The reason I think it is because of the metallic nature of it. So it's metallic, and that's why it's glued on. Because it's almost like raised a little bit. I don't know what that is on the end there. Our E is a little bit messed up on the back end of this Porsche. Yeah, it's like super glue or something. I don't know, a bit weird. I'm not going to really mess with it too much. And to be honest, it's not noticeable at this distance right here at all. So unless we're looking at it with this, this iPhone wide-angle macro lens, which you can get really close with, you're never going to notice. It rolls good, all that good stuff. Let's open up the other one. I don't even remember what I was talking about here with the Mio exclusive. But anyway, yeah, so smart thing for M&J Toys to do, right? Definitely a smart thing. You've got Mini GT. They're making great cars. Awesome stuff. They sell them in this packaging, though, that you can't actually see the car. And the problem is U.S. collectors oftentimes don't open their cars. So quite a few of them do not. They like to leave them in the package. Everything is left in the package for fear of value loss. Okay? But that's not what I do, obviously. I like to have them open. How am I supposed to show them to you inside the package all the time? That is not acceptable. This one's got much better centering on that logo there. But yeah, but I can't fault a much better looking logo on the back as well. So anyway, I cannot fault them for doing that. I mean, they want to put them in the thing. They have to because U.S. collectors, to introduce them to a brand, they want to see the car. They want to see the car in the packaging. For me, I guess it's nice because you can kind of check and see if there's any quality issues. You can kind of look around it a little bit before you buy it if you're able to get them. But yeah, U.S. collectors like to have their stuff on card, keep it on card, and obviously they can't do that if it comes in a box. So I totally understand the reason why Mio would do that. So very cool. But like I said, I don't care. I buy pretty much. The majority of mine probably come in the international packaging that I get just because of the accessibility to me, how easy I can get them. And obviously, I'm going to go with whatever's less expensive. I'm spending my own money on the stuff. So I'll go with whatever's cheapest for me at the time, or whatever I can get quickest. That's the way I'll go. But I got no problem with buying a bunch of M&J Toys ones. And whenever I get the M&J Toys ones, I always get it from SC Diecast. And then the other international ones I get from various sources. So, but yeah, there you go. That's it. All right. So Mini GT, love them. I think they're awesome. This is a nice little grouping of cars. Again, I got a bunch more coming, and so more videos to come. This will be in the premium and or import diecast playlist with all the other cool premium stuff. So check out that playlist on my channel if you want more content like this. And of course, you know, you can subscribe and all that. Maybe hit the bell, you'll know when I upload or something along the lines of that. That'd be cool too. All right. Thank you guys very much. Have a good one.